Player of the game, Xavier McCord, joining us after one of those performances that is, you don't see it in any level of basketball very often. 48 points for you tonight, right on the edge of that double-double side of things. And when you talk about your performance tonight, Zay, just walk us through what was going through your mind in that second half.
I think really we went into the halftime. Coach was just talking us through, settling us all down, and me trying to be a leader, try to set an example that, this is a big half for us. We got to buckle down both on defense and offense, get stops. I think for me personally, the guys did such a great job looking for me and allowing me just to create that really just opened it up a lot for me. And just me being confident, I was just going to attack the hoop. Do what I do best.
With 6 seconds left in the game, you end up making a defensive play. Just what's going through your mind there as they're coming down and trying to score to take over the lead?
I think really the biggest for me, I knew I had to buckle down. Coach was talking to me, and I think the play before that, I let an easy one set it to the free throw line. So I had to get that one back. I had to help my team. And I think that really I just had to buckle down. I was just trying to do whatever I could to get that stop.
What momentum do you guys get out of this one? Because it wasn't like this came against Eastern Wyoming or Lamar or something like that. This came against really a big rival for you guys and a huge game in terms of Region 9.
Yeah, I think it was big for us. We knew our goal for us, just be 1-0 for the day. You know what I mean? Just one game at a time, try to move fast. And I think just with a great team like Western Wyoming coming down here, it was just a big home game for us. And we haven't had too many home games, but for it to be a close one in a battle, it's just good for us to build character and just for us to learn, I think, as a team.
Yeah. What was the defense for Western Wyoming tonight doing that was kind of allowing you to have so much success out there?
I think that really, they were doubling a lot. I think that really I was just trying to be aggressive and just trying to operate around the screens because they kept trying to double. And but I was just going up strong.
Where did you think the team should take more pride in the comeback on this one? The fact that the defense really kind of helped you guys back in, or just the fact that the offense was able to find the right buckets?
I think the offense is always going to be there just because we have so many guys that create with Tristan, Jordan, anybody off the bench. Our bigs doing a great job. Flacco, James. I think really is what won that game is the stops and just executing throughout the plays and just buckling down in that second half.
I want to ask you real quick just about Jordan. Again, kind of like I was talking to Coach, had a really hot start to this second half. I mean, you've been around this team for a while. Kind of what have you seen from him that's kind of changed over the course of the last 5 games or so?
I think he's being a lot more confident as he should be. I think that he's a great shooter. He's a great talented kid, Gatorade player coming out of high school. He's got phenomenal talent. He's just a great kid. He's got a good head on his shoulder. So really he's going to be a big piece for us. So as long as he just keeps doing him, just being himself, he'll be just fine.
Yeah. I know you're Cheyenne East grad, East Central's tomorrow night. You guys going to take it home tomorrow?
My T-Bird is definitely going to, but I might show out, but I think that, I don't know. I hope so. I hope so.
Zay, thanks for the time. Congrats on the big win and congrats on the big game.
Thank you.
Join your post game with head coach DeWayne Saulsberry. What a performance by the Golden Eagles. Coach, I'll start off. You fall behind by 10 points in that second half. You got about 6-7 minutes to go there. What was going through your head? What did you tell the team when you were talking to them?
We still have time. We still have time. I know what we can do on the defensive end. We still have time. Make good plays. Stop turning it over. And, just trust in your guys, and those guys trust in me and trust in the stuff that I was telling them. And it was really just a really, really good performance.
Coach, they're taking over games and then they're scoring 39 points in the second half. Can you just talk about the performance out of Xavier tonight?
It's hard to put into words what that kid means to me personally, what that kid means to this program. He's got a lot of heart in the team. They follow him, and just really, really proud of the way that they follow him. We kept feeding him. I kept asking him. I said, "Are you okay? Are you tired?" He said, "No, Coach, I still got some." So we rode him tonight. He had to turn into Superman.
How nice is it that you have a team that recognizes when they have a kid with a hot hand like Xavier that, okay, we don't need somebody else to come in and get jealous. We need to just keep on.
We talked about this the other day with when Jordan was really getting off, and we said, you know what? We don't really care who's the guy's going to take over. Sometimes it's going to be Zay as it was tonight. Sometimes it's going to be Jordan. Sometimes it's going to be Tristan. This is the kind of team that we have.
Coach, I hope this doesn't get lost in all of this, but that play that Xavier made at the end there, that defensively that ended up turning the ball
Big
over
time.
on them,
Big time.
requires a lot of heart to do something like that, especially when you're playing basically the entire second half. Can you just, again, talk about his heart and with how
You know, they ran that play the last 2 times. The first time they ran that play, Zay reached out and fouled him. So the second time I told him they're going to run it again. When he did it, I just told him, use your body, fight, and we'll live with the results. Nobody come and help because they're such a great shooting team. Nobody come and help. We'll live with the results of I'll put Xavier playing defense against anybody's offense. So that's what happened. We just said, stay at home. We'll live and die with Xavier playing defense.
We'll wrap it up with on my side with this. Western Wyoming, you and Casper are kind of the 3 teams that are going to be duking out for that host team. How huge was the win to get this one for the first one?
You got to win at home. If you lose at home, then it requires you to go on the road and try to get that one back. You know, and when you're trying to go on the road at Western Wyoming, at Casper, even Northwest is playing really great, you're talking about driving 3-4 hours on the driving 3 or 4 hours, getting off the bus and playing. It's difficult to do. It's difficult to do. So you have to take care of home, and that's what we did.
And real quick, just a couple more for you from me. Just want to ask you about 2 of your other players. Kind of want to ask you about Jordan, his start to the second half of this season. I know he kind of has a rough one tonight, but overall he's played phenomenal over the course of these last 4 or 5 games or something like that. Just have you noticed anything change about him since you guys got back?
I just think, you know, he's just more comfortable. You know, for freshmen sometimes they don't get up to the speed of the game. You know, it's a jump. You know, everybody's fast. When Jordan played last year, he was the fastest guy. He was the most athletic guy. He was the best player. Now he's at a situation where he's not the fastest guy. He's not the the strongest guy. So he's got to learn how to catch up to the speed of the game. And I think sometimes it takes freshmen a whole year and they never do it. It looks like it's taking Jordan a half.
Yeah, last one I got for you. Demetrius is a player who's gone through a lot throughout the course of his career, and yet he's out here still playing.
Yeah.
Can you just kind of talk about his heart, his will, his determination after everything that's happened to him?
You know, being sick and that kind of stuff, and I can't put into words what him and his brother mean to me. He didn't play much the second half, but he's a guy that we're depending on. And at the beginning of this year, I'll be honest with you, I didn't know how much I was going to be able to depend on him or wanted to depend on him. And he came right in. He's done everything I've asked him to do this second half. He's healthy. His defense between him and Ben, man, their defense is just incredible. And we're gonna need Meach to help anchor that defense as we finish this run.
Awesome.
Coach, thanks for the time.
Yep. Thank you, Coach.